Yeah.
Joining us now, Republican Congressman Jim Renacci of Ohio. He's been in Congress for 4 terms and will now be leaving Capitol Hill to run for governor. And
it seems like a question that answers itself.
Yeah,
why are
it
you
does.
leaving Washington?
Yeah, really.
Well, I'm leaving because my frustrations after actually 6.5 years. I'm the type of person in business that wants to get things done, wants to get big things done. I'm frustrated with too many of the career politicians that are there that continue to drive policy based on elections, not future generations. And you know, for me, I've learned a lot. I got to tell you, I've learned a tremendous amount.
What have you learned? What's been the big takeaway?
Well, the big takeaway is that politics gets in the way of every big decision, which is a problem.
Why doesn't Washington work?
Well, I think Washington doesn't work because too often people are making decisions based on the next election. And I learned that in the first year that I got there when we started talking about the next presidential election, the next Senate elections. These are things we should be talking about, getting things accomplished for the American people. And it's a frustration for me.
You know, off camera we were talking about, you run the Ways and Means Committee. I asked you about Richie Neal, Democrat from Massachusetts, and you work well with him. And do you pay a penalty among your colleagues for, oh, you to you know, Democrats, you talk to too many Democrats? I mean, is that epidemic among certain cliques in the House of Representatives?
Well, I think among some, that's both sides, though. Look, I started a bipartisan breakfast my first year, so we have a bipartisan breakfast first morning back every week where I talk with the other side, and I learn from them, they learn from me. Doesn't mean we always have to agree, but it does. But at least I understand the direction they want to take in the direction. It's funny because if you're talking on both sides, we all want to get to the same place. It's just how do we get there? So there are some, the extremes.
Does Donald Trump make it tougher for Republicans to run in 2018? Where everywhere you go, you're going to be asked, what did you think of the president's comment about the NFL? What do you think about the Browns kneeling? What do you think about the president insulting John McCain, who is fighting for his life, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, it's interesting because in Ohio, I would tell you Republicans love the president. I mean, I was a supporter of the president. Democrats don't like the president, so we still have this mixed bag. But Republicans in Ohio definitely like what the president's doing and like the direction he's trying to get to. Again, he's probably a little unfiltered, but that's okay. I mean, people, a lot of times what they say is, he's saying what I think. And again, I think that's the issue that Republicans are talking about. I just came from a big Woolly Bear Festival in Ohio, 100,000 people, and that's what I got from both sides.
You think are they fine with him taunting the leader of North Korea?
I think Republicans believe that he's speaking what they're thinking. That's what I hear all the time.
What do you think? Do you think sometimes the president should not say everything that's on his mind when we're in the middle of a nuclear showdown? Well,
remember, the president's not a career politician. I always look back at where we're at today is because we've let career politicians take us to this place. Right. So we've got to break that system. Now, he may say things a little different than me, but I understand why he's doing it. And again...
so why is he taunting the leader of North? Not to stick on this, but we are talking about a nuclear showdown. So isn't that out of line to be taunting?
I think most people, I can only tell you what people back in Ohio think. They're concerned that North Korea has gotten as far as it's gotten.
Right.
And they're concerned that we've been quiet about it all these years. So I think they actually, in many cases, like the idea that again, remember, I'm coming from blue-collar union supporters of President Trump who are saying, I'm happy that he's doing what he's doing.
So you see no fall off in the support, at least where you're campaigning?
I don't see any fall off in Ohio. There's a big support for this president doing what he said he's going to do.
You don't think he's putting the country in danger, though, by goading the leader of North Korea? Well, I know what you're saying people in Ohio who support Trump think. I'm just asking, with your background serving in Washington, does this seem like the right thing to be doing?
Well, think about it. I'm
thinking about it.
Well, we've been put in danger, though, for the last 6, 8, 10 years as we've let this North Korea regime continue down the path. So I think that's the issue that people are concerned about. Now, he's talking about it, and I think he's making sure people realize. Back home, people didn't think North Korea was as dangerous as it is. I think North Korea is a very dangerous situation right now.
Got it. All right, Congressman Jim Renacci, thank you very much.
Thanks for coming by, and good luck with the Indians.
Yes.
That does it for us this morning.
What a year.